Hey everybody, and welcome to Word of the Day Wednesdays. I'm a little bit late, but we gonna get this started anyway. You know me, author Nicole D. Miller, and this is my debut novel, When Love Wins. When Love Wins is an urban Christian fiction story depicting two young female cousins with a rift in their relationship. When Natalie, the faith-based social justice advocate writer, loses her mom, she moves in with her cousin Ashley, the social urban fashionista. And instead of a warm welcome, she gets a cold one from Ashley. Ashley is not feeling that her ex is liking Natalie, but there is more to the story. This book deals with betrayal, childhood abuse, well, not abuse, but childhood trauma and bullying, depression, anxiety, mental health disorders, as well as sisterhood, faith, and love. You can learn more at whenlovewins.love. So you guys know every week I piggyback off of my latest blog. The last blog is Dreams, Legacies, and Destiny. So I'll be 100. This was an intimate writing for me. Definitely I'm in the space right now where I just feel like Holy Spirit is having me revisit dreams. And when you've journeyed as long as I have and my friends have on this faith journey, you can feel like a pretzel, which is what I say in the blog, that I have felt like a pretzel, wandering sometimes in the wilderness. However, have definitely received so much confirmation and affirmation and encouragement to keep going, even more recently. But in this blog, I talk about this word that I feel like I'm hearing for me in this next season as we're transitioning from 2023 into 2024. Back in the day, I used to have a word for the year. I gave up those words when I learned they didn't work. Sometimes they did, but it was hit or miss. And so I kind of gave all that up. But lately, I have had a word in my heart, and the word is legacy. And so the interesting thing about legacy is oftentimes we think it's an inheritance that's passed down in your bloodline. And I do agree with that because I'm the recipient of that as well in my own bloodline. But what I want us to kind of think about and branching out in our understanding of that is it can also be from people that have walked a path before you or have something to deposit that's in accordance to your purpose. So I think about the people in my life and how many people I've received from who are not blood related. You know, mothers when my mother transitioned, the father when my father wasn't there, sisters when I don't have a relationship with my sister. Like, I've been the recipient of spiritual community so much and have had things imparted in me and passed down to me when it had nothing to do with me being blood related. So I want to challenge us to kind of thinking outside the box in that regard. So it's interesting. I had a friend ask me a while back, and she said, you know, because you don't have children, like, what will happen to your assets? And that's a good question. I've had that thought myself, you know, when I pass and transition. And I understand there's some practical things that I would have to set up and have started setting up in that regard. But just understanding, I think that my legacy will outlive just even my natural bloodline. Like being a writer, and that's one of the things I love about being a writer, is that your work lives on after you. And I think that's true with all musicians and artists and creatives. You can craft something, impart your spirit, your essence, your heart in that thing, and then you transition into the next stage of life after this life, and your work lives on to speak for you. Which is why I love pictures, okay? I take a lot of pictures because I love to scribe. I'm a scribe by heart, whether that's pictures, reels, or writing, blogging. So anyways, my encouragement in this particular post is to revisit those dreams, to understand with a more mature aspect, as I've had to learn to understand that I need to hold them loosely. It may not be exactly the way I want it to come to pass, or it may not be when I want it or how I want it, but it will come to pass. Even if it's not in my generation, it could come to pass in the next ones after me. And then I just give an encouragement about a spiritual lesson that I learned when I was in my younger years in my faith, and just being in a period of testing in my career, you know, and then getting to that place of surrender and trusting the divine to even go back into a position I didn't want, and just how that work was done in me, and I got to that space, and thankfully God did not ask me to return and he really has something better, and I entered a season of reward. And that doesn't always happen, but I can see this reaping and sowing element in my life where it is periods of hardship and periods of blessings, and sometimes they happen at the same time. But I think the blessings part are important for us to remember because it shows that we serve a good God and our lives are supposed to be good even in the midst of the hard times. So if you need encouragement in that regard, check out my blog, Dreams, Legacies, and Destiny at NicoleDMiller.com. All right, so if you don't know, I don't know where you've been, but we do have our upcoming event happening, and that is Girl Talk, okay? So Girl Talk is happening. It's our first in person. It's at Ink Therapy Studio this Sunday, y'all. It's this Sunday. Hey, Gloria. We actually have one of our featured panelists popping in on this live as we speak, Gloria Terry, and we did our live last night, so you guys kind of got to tap into that. If you haven't already, I think Gloria, you want to be in my video? Let's see. Let's see if she'll be in here. But if you missed our live last night, you can go on my YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed, it's on my link tree. And hey, hi, Gloria. Did you mean to request? I wasn't sure.
Oh, I was just wanting to listen in.
Okay. Because you hit the request. So I was like, well, maybe she wants to request to be in this.
Oh, no, I'm just listening in.
All right. Well, I'm just doing my regular Word of the Day Wednesdays. So every week I piggyback off of my latest blog. My blog drops on Mondays. And on Wednesdays, I send out an email reminder for people to look at the blog. Then I pop in on here and kind of talk a little bit about the blog. So that's basically what I was doing. And then I was reminding people about our upcoming Girl Talk that is happening Sunday at Ink Therapy Studio from 6 to 8. So very timely that you popped in.
Awesome.
Yeah. So because you were on last night, I was telling people if they missed it, they can go to my YouTube channel and they can check out the live that you and I did. And I can also send you the post if you want to post it on your stories or anything.
Yeah, nice. Thank you. I'm looking forward to Sunday.
Yes, yes. And I was testing this out to make sure that this worked because my live kept cutting out on me. So it's been working so far. So
Good. You never know with technology.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
So. But how's your day? How's your day today?
My day has been very interesting. We had training this morning at the school. A lot of changes going on in Akron Public Schools with redistricting. We currently have 230 students, and that's going to double.
Oh my gosh.
Be moving some people around. They have a $16 million deficit, so trying to deal with that deficit as well and provide the best learning experience for the students can be a challenge for the new superintendent. So they have the family liaisons there today just to give us an update and really help us to understand supporting the families right now is so very crucial.
Yeah.
Families are under a lot of pressure.
Yeah. Well, you're doing a great work. I'm just honored to be partnering with you in this. So I'm going to wrap this up and then try to figure out how to get this update. Thank you guys for tuning in to Word of the Day Wednesdays. Remember to check out our in-person Girl Talk. Tickets are only $5 online, $10 at the door. Go to Eventbrite. If you know someone dealing with grief at the holidays, pass this on. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Your girl will be in the house. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you next week.